dear STEM Legend learners, how are you? Welcome to another adventurous and educational episode for Quarter 3 here in Senior High Tech TV. I feel so blessed that you're all here and ready for another amazing learning journey today. I am Teacher Ernest, and together, let us discover life in the exciting world of biology. If you are ready to learn, please behave, listen, and take note of the important concepts of our lesson for today.
It's trivia time!
Did you know that the theory of evolution has three basic parts? Number 1, it is possible for an organism's DNA to change or mutate. Number 2, the change is harmful, beneficial, or neutral. And number 3, after a long period of time, the mutations cause new species to form. Mutations fuel evolution for providing new genes in the gene pool of a species. Are you excited for another wonderful biological science adventure? Let's start! Before we begin, let's play a game entitled Fix the Word. Here are the mechanics of the game. I will show you a jumbled letters and with it is its definition. You are given 5 seconds to arrange the jumbled letters. Type your answer in the comment section below. Are you ready? Let's go!
Number 1. This person saw variations in plant and animal populations as imperfect representations of ideas forms. Very good. The correct answer is Plato. Number 2. According to him, giraffes obtained their long necks from previous giraffes who stretched to eat the leaves of high tree branches. Absolutely. The correct answer is Lamarck. Number 3. He is the father of genetics. If your answer is Gregor Mendel, then you are correct. And number 4, he is the father of synthetic evolution. Very good. The correct answer is Charles Darwin.
Let us discuss this further, so stay focused and don't go away.
And for today's lesson, development of evolutionary thought. And for the learning competency, trace the development of evolutionary thought. At the end of the lesson, you are expected to enumerate the scientists and cite their respective contributions in the development of evolutionary thought. Describe Jean-Baptiste Lamarck's hypothesis in evolutionary change. And discuss Charles Darwin's theory of evolution by natural selection.
The Ukrainian-born American geneticist Chodosius Dobzhansky famously wrote that nothing makes sense in biology except in the light of evolution. He meant that the tenet that all life has evolved and diversified from a common ancestor is the foundation from which we approach all questions in biology. When we try to understand how the earth has changed, we also try to understand how biological processes that take place have caused disruptions in the organismal equilibrium. The thought that species change had been suggested and debated well before Charles Darwin began to explore this idea. Since then, scientists from different parts of the country developed and proposed theories on how evolution on the different species happened. This includes their relationship and ancestors. Are you ready to learn on the development of evolutionary thought? Come on and join me. Let's get to know them. The role of evolutionary theory. Number 1, the evolution before Darwin.
Plato's idealism. He saw variations in plant and animal populations as imperfect representations of ideas forms. Only the perfect forms of organisms were real. Aristotle's Scala Natura, or scale of nature. According to him, special creation of each species. Organisms were created in their current form. The earth was only a few thousand years old.
We have Carl von Linné.
Carl von Linné is a Swedish botanist. He worked on the classification of plants. He published Species Plantarum, which composed of 7,300 plants. He ordered classification of plants based on their similarities, which showed the natural relationships of plants.
We also have Thomas Malthus.
Thomas Malthus is an economist and clergyman. He published an essay on the principle of population.
And we also have Jean-Baptiste de Lamarck.
Lamarck is best known for his theory of inheritance of acquired characteristics. It is first presented in 1801. He proposed that modern species descended from other species. Lamarckism was based on 2 theories. Number 1 is inheritance of acquired characteristics, which means traits acquired by an individual during its life are passed to its offspring. Number 2 is use and disuse, which means organs of the body that were used extensively to cope with the environment became larger and stronger, while organs that were not used are deteriorated. Example is the evolution of the giraffe. Giraffes obtained their long necks from previous giraffes which stretched to eat the leaves of high tree branches. Lamarckism is the first to present a unified theory that attempted to explain the changes in organisms from one generation to the next.
The road to evolutionary theory. Number 2, Darwin's time. During 1800s. We have George Cuvier.
George Cuvier is a French anatomist, naturalist, writer, and paleontologist. He strongly opposed the concept of evolution. He proposed the theory of catastrophism.
We have James Hutton.
James Hutton is a Scottish geologist. He took up law, medicine, and agriculture. He published Theory of the Earth. According to him, geological change occurred slowly but continuously by the process of gradualism.
We have Charles Lyell.
Charles Lyell is a Scottish lawyer turned geologist. He published The Principles of Geology. According to him, uniformitarianism are the processes that alter the earth are uniform through time.
We have Gregor Mendel.
Gregor Mendel is an Austrian biologist. He discovered the basic principles of heredity. He is the father of classical genetics. According to him, individual characteristics is determined by inherited factors transmitted from parents to offspring.
We have Charles Darwin.
Charles Darwin published The Origin of Species in 1859 to explain his theories of evolution, the first person who proposed a mechanic approach to evolutionary thought. He is the father of synthetic evolution. He proposed a mechanism for evolution, which is natural selection. A population of organisms can change over time as a result of individuals with certain heritable characteristics leaving more offspring than other individuals. He discovered that the various Galapagos Islands has different species of animals. He noticed 13 species of finches. Each finch had a different beak, specialized to find food on its island.
And we have Alfred Russel Wallace.
Wallace is an English naturalist. He studied the Malay Archipelago and Amazon. He proposed a theory of evolution similar to Darwin's.
The road to evolutionary theory during the Neo-Darwinian or contemporary times. We have Hugo de Vries. We have Karl Correns. We have Erich von Tschermak.
Tschermak rediscovered Mendel's laws of heredity.
And we have James Watson
And
and Francis Crick.
Watson and Crick elucidated the structure of DNA or the genetic material. DNA contains coded information which acts as blueprint for the transfer of hereditary information from generation to generation.
Now, we have already discovered the development of evolutionary thought. If you really understood our lesson, let us evaluate your understanding by answering this multiple choice activity. Choose the correct answer from each question. Bring out your quiz notebook. Are you ready? Let's begin.
Number 1. Which of the following scientists published Species Plantarum? Letter A, Aristotle. Letter B, Carl von Linné. Letter C, Gregor Mendel. And letter D, Plato. Absolutely. The correct answer is letter B, Carl von Linné. Number 2. Which of the following scientists proposed a mechanism for evolution, the natural selection? Letter A, Alfred Russel Wallace. Letter B, Charles Darwin. Letter C, Charles Lyell. And letter D, George Cuvier. Very good. The correct answer is letter B, Charles Darwin. Number 3. Which of the following scientists best known for his theory of inheritance of acquired characteristics? Letter A, Charles Darwin. Letter B, Gregor Mendel. Letter C, James Newton. And letter D, Jean-Baptiste de Lamarck. If your answer is letter D, Jean-Baptiste de Lamarck, then you are correct. Number 4. What did Charles Lyell publish? Letter A, an essay on the principle of population. Letter B, principles of geology. Letter C, species plantarum. And letter D, theory of the earth. Very good. The correct answer is letter B, principles of geology. And number 5. Which of the following scientists discovered the basic principles of heredity? Letter A, Charles Darwin. Letter B, Gregor Mendel. Letter C, James Newton. And letter D, Lamarck. Definitely, the correct answer is letter B, Gregor Mendel.
To sum up, evolution is the most powerful idea in biology, organizing our knowledge about the history and diversity of life. We understand our own origins using the same tools that we use for organisms across the tree of life, from the simplest bacteria to the largest whales. Congratulations, my dear intelligent learners! I hope that you learned a lot today. Once again, I am your Ernest Jetic teacher saying, eagerness to learn will lead you in the fulfillment of your dreams. See you in the next episode.